Meeting to order. This is a special meeting. No. This special meeting of the Windom City Council, Thursday, 25th, 2024, at 3:30 p.m. As advertised. Tonight's agenda, the first item we'll tackle here is the building official resignation. Andy will give a short synopsis, and then we'll see if we allow him to proceed with the resignation.
Andrew Spielman, Building and Zoning Official. Yeah, like the mayor said, I've included in your packet this evening my notice of resignation. That's going to be, anticipating my last day to be February 16th. Probably not too much to talk about with that. The second part of that is talked with Personnel Committee about it last Friday. I would like to, if it's the wish of the council, to stay on in a part-time kind of as needed role, just as the designated building official, just to help transition through to the new person. My hope is that the council will advertise for the position, fill it back in a full-time, and then just kind of knowing the path that I took with this, it could take up to a year to get all the certifications needed, and that could leave the city in kind of a spot without a designated building official. So I would certainly like the opportunity to do that.
Any quick questions or comments to Andy? Well, I think I speak to everybody. We're very thankful for the time and the effort that Andy's put in to this, and I sure hope the council will also rely on him for the upcoming future in a different capacity. So any questions from the council or comments?
I would just like the mayor expressed, Andy, you've done a wonderful job. I think running your department, your relations with the public, everything you've done with planning and zoning. I mean, there's just been so much stuff just in the 5 years that I've been on council that I feel like you've really gotten things to a higher level than, what it was in the past. So I appreciate all your hard work, and also just, your dedication. I think that shows that you're willing to hang out there and say, hey, I'll help you through this transition. That's wonderful, because I don't know what we'd do if we were stuck without somebody in that position. So thank you for your willingness to do that and your years of service for the city.
Me also, Andy, I want to thank you as a representative of the city council and as representative of the public out there, because I've dealt you with in the private matters and stuff like that, and you're really easy to get along with, and you've helped out a lot and done what people thought they needed from you. And just want to say thank you for what you've done for us as citizens of Windom, and hope your next adventure is just as good as this one was. Thank you.
Yeah, I would also thank you, Andy, and just not to say that you were a good employee, you were simply exceptional. And your willingness to learn that job and train us along the way, it was extremely helpful, and we all appreciate you very, very much.
Any other comments? Okay. So the task at hand would be, and I'm going to touch base on one condition of payoff, allowing that the motion would allow the payoff of vacation time. This enables him to, continue with, through the transition period of paying that out, so we're not without an official, within our city. Okay? So with that,
I'll make the motion to accept the resignation and to keep him on as a part-time, and to do the payoff for vacation time as needed.
I'll second.
motion by Scott, second by Jenny, to accept that as stated and discussed and requested. Any final comments? With regret, I'll ask Steve?
Thank you, Mayor. Just for the record, our policy is 80 hours vacation payout, and he's going to use a little, and his anticipated balance is just under 120, so it's about 40 hours over. It's not, a great number, but I think you should know that for the record.
So with regret, all in favor signify by saying aye. And opposed? Motion carries. And good luck, Andy.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a little over 7 years, so I've seen several council members come and go. There's been a lot of turnover in city staff, but at the department head level too. And just the 7 years that I've been here, I think I'm one of the longest tenured department heads you have. But I appreciate everything from the council as well, and I can honestly say right now is probably collectively as a whole, a very good group of department heads that you have. So that's part of the reason for wanting to stay on, to try and, help them out through the transition, help contractors out as well. And, hopefully it'll get somebody in here soon and move on. So thank you.
Okay, last council meeting, I forget the date of that council meeting, but it was noted that Steve and I were given that authority, and we would like to ratify that decision, which is Abdo Solutions. And so if you have any questions, we can answer them, but I think it was explained pretty well that we wanted to avoid any conflict of interest with Ellers, and plus Abdo is a complete package deal with some things that they're having trouble with right now, actually. So they're getting that taken care of. So with that, I'd entertain someone to make the motion to ratify the agreement with Abdo Solutions.
I would make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion Marv, second Jim. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. One thing during this, after the hiring of Abdo, there come some times here that that Steve has some time that he's going to be taking off. One I think on behalf of the city of Windom, and then he has some vacation time that he'll utilize. And during that absence is currently my names are on the check, but we need another live signature here while Steve is gone, and that happens on Wednesdays. So the Personnel Committee recommended Councilmember Grunig to ask him, and he accepted that position to do that for the financial transactions. And one added thing I'd like to add to that is also, and you can, I don't know, end of the year, Steve? Do you want Denise, or do you want that in a separate motion?
Well, we do them separate, just so we have it separate.
Separate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Marv
We'll
will
act
have
on the
time-
first one
time
with
limit
Marv
on
on the
his,
check signing.
You might want a time limit too, though.
Yeah. Why don't, for Marv, what do you want? 2 months cover it? 60 days?
Let's do 90.
90?
Yeah.
Put a time frame of 90 days on it, allowing Marv to sign. And we'll just take that one itself.
I'll make the motion to move Marv up into the financial signature person.
I'll second.
I'm sure the minutes will be worded correctly, Steve, on what that is.
The motion is authorization for Councilmember Gruening to be added to the check signature authorities and for electronic fund transfer authorizations for 90 days.
Yes, that's it.
I thought so. Thank you.
And the second was by Jim?
Jim.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? And that motion carries.
I wouldn't abstain, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Marv. Good catch. You don't want to vote for yourself to sign checks. Good catch. The auditors will appreciate that, won't they? Yes. So, with that, we'd like to add Denise for electronic fund transfers, including tax submittals, taxes, payroll taxes. And that would be, Steve had brought this up, so I'm gonna,
Yeah, just Denise is our payroll person, and we usually kind of have a two-step process. She prepares the payrolls, and then the finance director actually paid the, like the federal taxes, the withholdings and that kind of thing. There's no legal reason, it was just a, split of function. Abdo, in their first day here, looked and said, well, usually the person does the payroll, sees it all the way through. So they were requesting that, we would add her to have that ability to do that. And now we're in limbo a little bit until we have a finance director. So I would ask that that kind of speeds up and that we add Denise as an authorized person for electronic funds transfers for property tax submittals, payroll tax submittals. Yeah. That would be, and if you want to put a time limit on that again, I would say that 90 days be pretty similar.
I'll make such motion.
is there a second? And Jim seconds that. Well stated again, Scott. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? And motion carries. Finance Director, hiring recommendation. Marv Grunig is the chair of that committee. Marv, would you like to introduce this?
Well, I guess I'm gonna defer to the city administrator on this.
Okay. As you know, Kim Armstrong was recently hired and she resigned effective the 12th of January. Personnel Committee, we put an ad out locally. We had it on the league site and we had a couple other postings that got picked up. We did get a couple of applications in addition to ones that we had from the previous search. The Personnel Committee met on Friday last week and made the recommendation to you that we extend an offer to Donna Torkelson. Donna is the current Cottonwood County Auditor. I called Donna that Friday evening, we talked it over, and I presented her with the information. On Monday, we completed a conversation, and she agreed to accept the position on the terms that were stated in that employment offer letter that's in the packet. And so that is the recommendation of the Personnel Committee at this point, is to extend that employment offer related to the terms as stated.
Any other comments or from the Personnel Committee? I would just state that it's a tough job to fill, and I am glad we had the applicants we did, and we need to fulfill our segregation of duties and process here. So I think this will take care of it. So I would entertain a motion from any one of the council members to fulfill that.
I'll make a motion that we hire Donna Torkelson for Finance Director.
I'll second.
Okay, the motion is by Dennis and seconded by Jenny. Any discussion or comments from the council? Any questions for the personnel? Or Steve? He's overwhelmed right now with the position of doing a couple different duties.
Glad to have her coming.
Scott?
I just want to say I'm glad that we got somebody that knows what kind of they're doing and to help Steve out and to fill that position as fast as we possibly could. And I have all the faith in the world in Donna. I've known her for many years, and if she says she can do it, she can surely handle it. Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna take action on this, and you're held to a high standard now. So with that, I'll ask for the vote. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carries unanimously. Welcome aboard. Thank you. Would you like to make any comments to the council? Of course you will. Just push the button and you'll be,
I thank you for this opportunity, although my job does, they know, but I have not put in my resignation yet, so I'd appreciate that. It would at least wait until tomorrow, so, but yes, thank you for this opportunity, and I will work as hard as I need to get that job done. So, thank you.
thank you, Donna. Okay, we have no other business on the agenda. Council comments? Okay, we are good. No, well, we could still make comments. I always do. Then why am I talking, Steve?
You're gonna adjourn the meeting.
That's right. I was getting to that. We're going to adjourn by unanimous consent.